People tend to go on vacation when they aren't feeling fulfilled with their lives, and they need a break from the constant cock punch that is modern society. So last year, in celebration of my friends and I's high school graduation, we decided to go on a 5-day cruise to the Bahamas. Now you may be saying to yourself right now,
"Wow, Noxylicious, out of all the countries and islands you could have chosen to cruise to, you chose the basic-ass Bahamas?"
yes, Richard, but not for the reason you're thinking. We chose the Bahamas because we're devious little Dinkelberg donuts, and we wanted to get the chance to smoke cigars and drink Meller Yeller legally. Little did I know though, this vacation was about to be the most memorable trip I have ever taken in my entire existence of 10 plus 9 years. So, let's start from the beginning. It all started at the Noxylicious Thunderdome. All 4 of us crammed into my mother's non-optimally sized Jeep Wrangler, and we set off on our way. For the next 10 hours, I was to enjoy the company of 2 hot, sweaty men surrounding me with nowhere to hide from their bungus fumes. And I guess now's a good time to tell you these gentlemen's names. First up, we got my boy B, who was Italian. This will be important later. And then we got my boy T. Yes, the same T who was in the last Storytime video. I'm sure you know where this story is heading if you've seen the previous one. Now, since T's a little devious bastard, he brought a couple shot bottles that he yoinked from his Alcoholics Anonymous meeting. So without telling any of us, bro just pulled out a tiny bottle of this shitty ass off-brand whiskey and gulped down the whole thing like it was fucking water. Luckily for us though, he wasn't driving, since at the time his license was suspended. So after our 10-hour shift of marinating ended, we arrived at this beautiful 4-star hotel located next to this massive ancient coliseum. And once we settled into our rooms, we naturally wanted to go explore this gorgeous piece of history. So we did, and it was a blast. We flicked up a little bit, and although I can't show you unfortunately due to privacy reasons, just know that the aura levels were reaching climax. But after about an hour of meandering and progressing our amateur photography skills, we went back to our room to have a nice sensual 3-way before we embarked on our magical sail into the seas the next day. So fast forward through another hour drive, we finally arrived to the port. There we met up with my cousin, named S, and my 2 grandparents who aren't important to the story. It took what felt like 12 years to actually make it onto the ship, and by the way, this is just a little warning. If you ever go on a cruise, make sure to call the cruise ship a ship and not a boat, because if you slip up, the crew members are legally obligated to yeet your disrespectful ass off the boat. Wait, fuck. Once we entered the architecturally articulate main lounge area, we were quick to Usain Bolt to our cabin number, that way we could respectively call dibs on what bed we would be sleeping on. And of course, your boy got the top bunk, cause I'm a dominant top, as the lady boys tell me. The rest of the first day wasn't really anything too special. We wandered around the seemingly endless corridors of the Carnival cruise ship, just examining different things we could endeavor upon at a later date. But as we were dabbling around the different overpriced stores, something finally caught our autistic little minds. A cigar shop. This was our calling. It wouldn't be today, but tomorrow we were going to pass around a premium succulent Cigar and finally feel like mafia bosses. So the next day rolls around, and the 3 of us practically teleport back to the cigar shop. But this time we brought company, my cousin S. We showed S the cigar pack we wanted, and him being the sugar poppy he is, he copped that shit with no hesitation. We could finally live out our mafia fantasy, only there was one problem. We needed to reach international waters first. You see, due to the signing of the Tobacco 21 paper, we were not able to enjoy this cigar because it was not legal. Luckily though, we're all convicted felons, so we just ignored that. After we reached international waters, we went to the designated smoking area and mentally prepared for our lives to take a drastic change. But something was wrong. None of us had a lighter. No biggie though. One of us would just have to ask another friendly smoker for a light. Oh, and look at that. There's a man over there smoking with his wife. Alright, which one of y'all are gonna ask the dude for his lighter? Cause I sure as fuck ain't doing it. T, you wanna ask? Nah bro, I'm good. Well shit, alright B, can you ask? Yeah, whatever pussy, give me the cigar. So B takes a cigar and walks over to this lovely couple and asks them for a light. The husband agrees and starts lifting his hand to ignite the lighter for B. Awkwardly, B yoinks the lighter out of the gentleman's hand and starts trying to ignite the cigar himself. The funny part about this situation though, is that since we're on a fucking cruise ship going what feels like 100 miles an hour, the wind is molesting B while he's trying to light the damn cigar. So as he's doing this, B keeps turning in a different direction trying to body block the gust of wind. All the while this polite gentleman is trying to cover B's face with his hands, also trying to block the wind. But B is so focused on trying to light this bitch ass cigar that he doesn't even notice the superhero trying to help him. So this guy is noticeably getting more and more agitated as B keeps inadvertently turning away from him to the point where his face is turning more into a frown by the second. And while all of this is going down, T and I are just laughing our asses off from 20 feet away, knowing we ain't got nothing to do with this shit show. But eventually, miraculously, B ends up getting the cigar lit. The husband snatches the lighter out of B's hand, and we finally start the ritual of passing the cigar around and enjoying each other's company. After we finish the cigar, we head back to our rooms and individually pick out the remaining 3 cigars in the box and decide who gets which. There were 2 long ones and 1 short one, and I picked the short one, which means when the time comes to smoke them, I'll get less Nick sick, because I'm a pussy and I don't like smoking shit because it makes me feel fucking nauseous. Alright, now let's fast forward to the grand finale of the story. On day 3 of the cruise, we beached our cruise ship in one of the Bahamas cities, Freeport. Now this day is special because this is the day that B and T wanted to take advantage of the fact that they were allowed to drink legally. So, S, B, T, and I all practically Olympic dived off of the ship and started looking for a nice bar to spend our life savings at. But first, we stopped at this tiny little alcohol shack type thing to pick up some martinis. And here's the thing, I don't like drinking, and I sure as hell wasn't about a cop of martini from this fucking 2 foot by 2 foot poorly maintained murder shack. So I sat this one out. I did take this beautiful ass picture though. So fast forward about 25 minutes, we were meandering around some local gift shops and shit, and I began to notice that the alcohol was seemingly already starting to affect these motherfuckers. Everyone besides S, I should say, because he's a veteran compared to B and T. Eventually, we make our way to this cute little restaurant called the Red Frog, and this is where shit starts to hit the fan. Everyone besides me orders a quote small Bloody Mary, and I say small in quotations because what these bitches brought out to us was anything but small. If this glass was small, then my penis is atom sized, because this glass was a goddamn extra large. 1/4 of this drink being ingested could get an entire Diplodocus shit-faced. That was fucking stupid. But B, T, and S were no pussies, so they started drinking this shit like Rango. Now B was smart. He was taking it nice and slow, no rushing, while T was fucking speedrunning Call of Duty Blackout. And I wasn't worried about S, since I knew he did this shit on the rig. Now once everyone finishes their drinks, they all order another one, since they're still feeling good. And I think T finally started to realize he shouldn't drink much more, you know, possibly correcting his mistakes from the last story time. So he ends up just giving me his second drink after only a couple sips. And since I'm completely dry of alcohol at this point, I'm perfectly fine with sipping on this shit and finishing it. But unfortunately, I never got to finish the entire drink, because after about 5 minutes or so, B and T start complaining about something bothering their stomachs. But they keep assuring me that it's nothing bad. So about another 10 minutes goes by, and the waitress walks out of the kitchen and comes over to our table with 4 shot glasses full of what she said was vodka, because apparently the restaurant didn't have any small sized glasses, and that's why we ended up getting the jumbo sized drinks we had already finished. So these shots were like an I'm sorry or some shit. Now the only person at this table who has ever had vodka before was S, and he starts talking to us in a drunkenly voice, expressing his deep hatred for this devilish beverage. But he ain't no bitch, and plus, who's gonna say no to a free drink? So I take my shot first, and it's no biggie. Shortly after, they take their shots at the same time, and not even 2 seconds later, S projectile vomits all over the fucking table. Like, this shit got all over my shirt and on my face, but it was fucking hilarious. Another second goes by, and then B vomits as well. Another spurt of stomach acid splooges all over the table. The only person who didn't throw up other than me was T, who was just laughing his ass off. Everybody in the restaurant starts cheering for us, and I look over at the kitchen and see our waitress practically on the fucking floor giggling her ass off. They did that shit on purpose. They wanted to see us suffer. But that's on them, because we weren't fucking cleaning that shit up. So we quickly pay and rush out of the restaurant, heading to the outside bathrooms. Everyone's laughing, and they all say they feel a lot better now, so we start heading back to the ship. But unfortunately, T forgot his bag in the restaurant, so he had to go back and grab it. So he drunkenly runs back in there, and once he gets to the table, he notices another shot glass. And T, being the retarded man he is, picks up the glass and takes another shot. All the while, the entire restaurant starts cheering for him again. And a few seconds later, we see T running out of the restaurant with the biggest smirk that's ever been plastered on his face. T is feeling mystical, but not for long. Another 25 minutes or so goes by until we get back up into our rooms. The 4 of us all go out on our little balcony thing and just shoot the shit for a while, drunkenly talking about life. And that would have been a good experience if I wasn't the only sober person present, cause S wouldn't shut the fuck up about how proud he is of me. T kept putting his fucking hand on my shoulder, asking me if I was okay for some reason. And B, oh Jesus Christ, this man B is the nicest human being on the face of the fucking planet when he's plastered. And he's also hilarious. Every 30 seconds or so, B would look me dead in the eyes with a serious face and say, "You're like a brother to me." and I was fucking over it. I forgot to mention that while we were shooting this shit on this balcony, everyone besides me was smoking their respective cigars. And after about 15 more minutes of suffering on my end, T says he has to use the restroom. But I was confused because 20 more minutes go by and this man still isn't back. So I walk into the room and head towards the bathroom door, and what I see next has got to be the most hilarious but disgusting thing I have ever laid my eyes upon. T is lying on the floor in the bathroom with his legs sticking out into the hallway, with his mouth over the shower drain while looking passed out. And every minute or so he'd start violently vomiting into the drain from 2 centimeters away. So I ended up asking him if he was okay, and he responded to me in a deep ass devilish voice saying, "No." So fast forward a bit, and I end up somehow convincing T and B to sober up and go to sleep. And I head down to the cafeteria with my AirPods and have a long reflective stare out into the ocean thinking about my life. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a like, that way I know to make more of them. A lot of y'all have been asking for another story time, so consider this a test. If enough of y'all enjoyed them, I'll be sure to make them more frequently. And if you want to check out T's channel, I'll link it here in the end screen. So yeah, that's about it. Sayonara, Schnookies.